The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video. I'm gonna go ahead and say this before I continue on with anything else. And this is why I'm really big on why I think we should move away from celebrity culture. Celebrity culture literally thrives off of parasocial relationships. Point blank, period. It always has, and it always will be, because as much as I can sit up here and talk about how we need to move away from celebrity culture, it's not gonna happen. And also, I really don't like the way the Dolan Twins promoted this game. Let me go ahead and sit here and talk about it. So, you know, they obviously partnered with them in order for this game to be made. And the Dolan Twins want to get her on YouTube and sit here and act like they didn't know that the game was created. They were like, hey bro, did you know that somebody made a video game based on us? Somebody made a video game on us. Let's go check it out. Like, I could not stand it. I was like, now y'all know damn well y'all team know what episode to make that game. Don't act shocked.
It's my scene, my scene. You know what I'm...
Hey guys, Harriana, and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana. Welcome to or welcome back to The Pirate Ship, also known as Harry Hook's Pirate Ship. I am the captain. You are not my first mate. I don't got no first mate because you want to know why. Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. No one's worthy of being a first mate. But hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana, and I like to make content based on nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. Today, I want to revisit a video game that I used to play growing up and like in my late teens, because I have so many mixed opinions on it now. And the main reason why I thought about this game in the first place is because if you've been following me on Instagram, you will see that I have been playing Love in Deep Space, which is a video game. But it's also like a bit of a visual novel, and it's a dating sim where you get to pick between like 4 different guys and you can date them. To get some engagement going on down in the comment section, who is your favorite guy from Love in Deep Space? Comment down below. Mine is Xavier. Okay, it is Xavier, but I'm starting to lean a little bit more to Raphael. Everybody's favorite is Stylist, but I'm not super duper big on Stylist. Mine's Raphael. Xavier, he there, mainly because Xavier worships the ground I walk on, and I appreciate that. But anyway, comment your favorite Love in Deep Space guy down below, and let's continue on with the video. Now, people know how a lot of these videos go. I'm going to sit here and do my makeup as I, you know, talk about what is on my mind. And what is on my mind currently is the episode video game, because I've just been really deep into Love in Deep Space. But by the way, you guys know that some things are different. My nails are different. If you watch me, you know that my nails are usually like short, cut to the bottom, and are black. You've been a real watcher. Like, you've been here for a while if you remember when my nails used to be long like this. But Halloween is not this weekend, but I'm going to a Halloween party this weekend. And I'm just a cosplayer in general. And I'm going to be cosplaying Karen from Mean Girls. And I don't know, I just kind of wanted to change my nails up simply for the cosplay. Usually I don't be caring, but this time I cared. And we're going to do like, I'm looking for like a pink makeup look to do. So let's say like a pink Y2K makeup. And mainly a lot of me doing my makeup on camera is to like, you know, prepare me for when I have to do my makeup for cosplay. So a lot of what you guys are seeing me doing is practice. So like, don't be sitting here and saying, I'm like, don't be a dickhead talking about my makeup look bad. So we're probably gonna do something that's giving this a bit. I wish y'all would actually start crediting these people on Pinterest before you take their pages, but we're gonna do something that looks a little bit like that. Let me go ahead and pull my notes out, take my glasses off, and let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and break down what exactly is episode. And if you're like a YouTube user, you'll probably see a lot of people making videos of them playing the game themselves. It's really called episode Choose Your Own Story, and that is what you basically are doing with this game. You are choosing your own story. But episode isn't necessarily one game. There are numerous different stories to pick from. And it's a bit of a visual wobble, but it's also a dating sim. Not all the games in episode are dating games. They're not all dating sims, but a lot of them are. And that is kind of what made the game popular. You have so many different stories to pick from. You can have fans make their own stories, but then also episode themselves actually make some just as well. Episode does have its fair share of bigotry, like pretty much everything that we know going on over here. Misogyny and racism were two big issues that were going on with the episode games for a while, and I know that is what got a lot of people to stop playing those games for a hot minute, which, you know, valid. By the way, y'all like my bonnet? Y'all like my Sukuna bonnet? This will be back in stock on my shop for Black Friday. Sorry, I had to do that shameless plug. But to be honest, even though I don't play episode anymore, I don't play episode no more simply because, like, I don't know, I just outgrew it. I think I was low-key getting sick and tired of the way it looked. Like, the visuals were just kind of, But also, the game low-key started to add up. The shit started to get expensive. Because when you play episode, it gives you the worst choices for free. And the good choices like cost you more and more coins. I remember one time I had just gotten paid and I wasted like half my paycheck over here on episode tickets and freaking coins to like buy new outfits and shit. Like, I know y'all be sitting here like, girl, why do you be putting so much on your face? I don't know. I'm still learning, y'all. We're still learning. Now, I'm going to do something a little different. As you guys see that I usually mix the foundation with like a lighter concealer, mainly because this is more so like my summer shade. This is what it is. It is the Maybelline New York foundation. The main reason I use it is because I have like red undertones. Usually I will go in under my eyes with the concealer, but my makeup be messy as hell sometimes, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna actually save that for last before we go in with more of the glitter. And by the way, I do have a favorite episode game. It was called Venomous. I love me some Venomous. It was about I'm pretty sure it was a mixed race woman was like the lead of this story, and she gets involved with like a Russian mafia. Like, I don't know, but I love the Venomous. If you ever played Venomous, comment down below, because that shit was popping. I'm gonna have to save this for later. We're not gonna waste that makeup wipe. Now, moving on to the blending. Now that we talked about what episode is, who exactly are the Dolan Twins? Now, this is, I don't even really know how to like describe this, but in the 2010s, there was an era of where white dudes were simply just famous for being white. Like, I'm not even joking. There are so many white dudes that literally got internet fame simply because, like, cool and whatever. But you used to see them everywhere, especially on Awesomeness TV. You used to see them everywhere on YouTube Red when that was still a thing. They even was getting Netflix deals and all that shit. If you guys are familiar with magcon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But during this time period, this is when, like, we were seeing, like, a new white boy of the month, like, every 2 days, every 2 to 3 days. There are so many people that you can name from their era, and you're like, where are they now? What the fuck happened to them? Like, I recently remember Taylor Kneff, whatever his last name is, Taylor Kneff. He is an Airbnb host now. Like, he not even really on social media popping like that no more. And like, he's fine with that, by the way. He even said that he's not really a social media star no more. He said his time came and went. The Dolan Twins are these two white twins. Like, that's literally what they are. They're just literally these two white twins. They were influencers, I say. They were content creators. They uploaded like every week. I was a fan, but that was simply because at the time period I had a crush on Grayson. Y'all, I look back at some of the choices that I have made when I was younger, and I was like, girl, okay. Put a pin on that because that's important to bring up later. It basically was these two twins, Ethan and Grayson. They turned on their YouTube channel just to talk about whatever the fuck they wanted. They were pretty popular on Instagram too, just as well. I'm pretty sure they were popular on Vine too. Like, this was like also during like the Vine era just as well. But yeah, the Dolan Twins, they ended up garnering a very large fan base, and it was mainly a fan base of like, you know, very much female. Next, we are going to go in with the Hip X SpongeBob palette. If you are watching my channel, you know that we use the fuck out of this palette like all the time, but we're gonna use the Wumboology color. This is like watermelon color. We don't really use this one over here that much, but like a lot of people that were like internet famous during that era, They are not currently active on social media. Like Grayson's last Instagram post was like 2023. Like, mind you, I stopped following them when they just kind of like fell off. I just wasn't interested no more. I didn't care. And Ethan recently got married, like this past summer. And during this time period of when the Dolan Twins were like super duper popular, this was like also when the episode app started to really take off. And that's when a lot of people started playing it more. And what made so many more people play the game is because a lot of celebrities were having like, you know, brand deals with episodes. Because I remember Demi Lovato also had an episode game too, just as well. And hers was actually one of my favorite, mainly because I think the story was like better well done than everything else. But there was also an aspect of her game that is very different from the Dolan Twins' game, and that's why I'm kind of like, you know, about their game now, but not more so in hers. The Dolan Twins basically had an episode game where you like are spending the summer with Ethan and Grayson, and they're like falling for you. They're falling for you. And I remember at one point in the game, they straight up ask you, which twin do you like more? And you get to pick which one you like more. Of course, I picked Grayson. And yeah, you was dating him like by the end of the game. That really is like the entire premise of it. There isn't really much to it. It's kind of like dull. It's a bit lackluster. But so much of the excitement that came from that game was like, oh my gosh, what if I really am dating one of the Dolan Twins? Where you heard what I said? Like in the game, you get to date one of the Dolan Twins. In the Demi Lovato game, you do not have the option to date her over there. You're simply just friends with Demi Lovato to a certain extent because she barely even be in the fucking game. It just be you losing your mind the whole time. I think that's the reason why I loved her so much. She low-key had one of the best episode games. And we do the eyebrows because I realized I didn't do them shits. Well, you cannot date Demi Lovato in that game, and I'm glad that they didn't have that. They did not have that shit. You had like a different love interest in the Demi Lovato video game. Now, with the Dolan Twins one, like I said, the love interest was just them. But also, the Dolan Twins were not the only person that had an episode game where you actually got to, like, air quote, date a celebrity. Like, oh God. I'm gonna go ahead and say this before I continue on with anything else. And this is why I'm really big on why I think we should move away from celebrity culture. Celebrity culture literally thrives off of parasocial relationships. Point blank, period. It always has and it always will be, because as much as I can sit up here and talk about how we need to move away from celebrity culture, it's not gonna happen. But like when it comes to parasocial relationships and, you know, celebrities, this is also a big way of how they get to make money. Now, there's an artist that I am not the biggest fan of, but he has taken this to his advantage, and I most definitely want to speak about it. I already talked about my frustrations with this one celebrity here. Mind you, I don't know this man. I'm not, like, don't come for me. I just, you know, see what they put out in the news. I'm like, okay, never mind. Because I already spoken about the time when Disney Channel literally removed the episode he was in. That was on the Sulap, Zach, and Cody. Like, that shit is low-key lost media at this point. Until it used to be lost media until they brought it back. But the artist I'm speaking about, his name is Chris Brown. And recently he started doing something with his tours where he would do a meet and greet. Now, it's not uncommon for celebrities to charge a fee for a meet and greet. And a lot of that has to do with, like, you know, being able to have security there and yada, yada, yada. I mean, I've paid to meet certain celebrities too during a meet and greet, so I'm not gonna act like I've never done one before. But that was just like more so to like get a picture and I'm like, okay, we're not friends, I'm just a fan, I'm supporting you, that's that. That's what a meet and greet should be. But a lot of people were going to these Chris Brown meet and greets, and they were like doing like provocative things with this man, and they all paid like $1,000 to get that picture. And I'm like, all right. But what Chris Brown is doing, like with these photo shoots where it low-key gives off the illusion that they're in like some type of relationship with this man when really you're just a fan, he's the celebrity, that's really what it is. Dating sims for the most part don't necessarily bother me, and that's part of the reason why I really, really enjoy loving deepspace so much. Okay, I realized what was wrong with this. My sharpener is not sharp enough, because I'm like, why is it scraping my eyebrows? Even though the episode video game had a fictionalized version of the Dolan Twins, and also I really don't like the way the Dolan Twins promoted this game. Let me go ahead and sit here and talk about it. So, you know, they obviously partnered with them in order for this game to be made. And the Dolan Twins want to get her on YouTube and sit here and act like they didn't know that the game was created. They were like, hey bro, did you know that somebody made a video game based on us? Somebody made a video game on us. Let's go check it out. Like, I could not stand it. I was like, now y'all know damn well y'all team know what episode to make that game. Don't act shocked. And like I said, the Dolan Twins were in on it too, because they were fully aware that the reason why so many of the people that were fans of them is because they simply had crushes on them. And you know what they did? They found a way to make profit off of that. And like I said, don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Because anybody that knows me knows my celebrity crush is Thomas Doherty. He was selling some t-shirts with his face on them, and guess what I did? I bought one. Y'all want to see it? I gotta find it. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me find this shit. Actually, bad news, y'all. I actually looked for that shirt. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Now back to our regular scheduled programming. Now we were gonna blend this out because the look that we're doing is we're doing something that's about like that, so we can blend it out a little bit more. It was very much worrisome because the Dolan Twins' main audiences were like teenage girls and young women, and at that age, I understand, like, you be obsessed with the celebrity, like, to the point where you, like, legit think you can't live without them, and you be thinking that you have some type of chance of being with this person. A lot of them make bank simply off of the idea of that you can be with them, even if it is, like, through a mobile game. One thing I have just learned is that celebrities are always going to do something to make money. And I think what's upsetting me the most about it, because thinking back to that game, it wasn't even necessarily all that interesting. So much of the thrill that came from it was simply like, you get to date a Dolan twin. You get to date both of them if you restart the game and try it again. But also there were, like, mention how I said, like, when it comes to episode, you had to sit there and pay if you wanted to have extra passes, or if you didn't want to wait. You gotta wait like 2 hours, I'm pretty sure, for your passes to refill. Like, wait. Brother, wait. Okay. We getting somewhere with it. Remember, this is experimental makeup. Because, like, when I played the game back then when I was younger, I was laughing and kikiing with it. But now that I'm older, it feels like a bit icky. And I don't want anybody to sit here and think that I'm trying to cancel Ethan and Grayson. Absolutely fucking not. Because Ethan and Grayson are the same age as me. And a lot of their choices that they were making for their career, like, they had managers, they had agents, they had a lot of people doing this shit for them. They were just kind of like co-signing it. They were trying to do everything they could to try and stay relevant. And I'm kind of glad that they don't care anymore about relevancy, because I know there was an incident that happened with them where their father ended up dying, and that really kind of drove them away from the internet for a long time. And I get it, like, as somebody who has lost a parent within, like, officially the last 3 years, I get it, it's emotionally taxing. But there was a situation of where fans showed up to their dad's funeral. What kind of ghetto shit is that? What kind of ghetto ass shit is that? And since then, they have just not really been all that into social media, and I get it. But also, like I said, I'm not victim blaming, anything like that. So much of their career was just based around, like, this idea of people, like, wanting to be with them and them adoring them and yada yada yada. Because so much of their fan base was just people that had crushes on them. Like, yeah, we can laugh and kiki about the fact that the Dolan Twins had their own dating sim for them, but I personally don't like dating sims of real people. I don't. Like, somebody that got some damn sense would be able to, like, detect fact from fiction and know that, okay, this is literally an episode video game. I'm not actually sitting here thinking that I'm dating one of the Dolan Twins. I don't actually think I have a chance of being with them. But some fans, like, there's literally, I always reference this page on freaking TV tropes called Fandom Can't Have Nice Things. There's always something that comes up where somebody ruins it for everybody because they simply just don't know how to respect a celebrity's boundaries. And in the 2010s, a lot of celebrities literally profited off of the fact of, I don't want to say there being a lack of boundaries, but them encouraging parasocial relationships. And for the most part, a lot of celebrities encourage parasocial relationships to a certain extent because that is how they are able to make money. Like, a lot of them make money from their fans. Their fans have to like them in order for them to pay to come see their shows, pay to come see their music, pay to go see their movies, pay for the streaming services that their shows are on, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know the entire deal. Even when it comes to merchandise that they sell for their brands and everything like that. Because a lot of people don't know that a lot of celebrities make money from merchandise. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm holier than thou because I ain't no celebrity. I'll go ahead and sit here and tell you I'm not famous. But there have been people that simply like bought from my shop. They have literally bought like my art and whatever the fuck that I have over there. They have literally bought stuff from my shop simply because they just liked my work and wanted to support me. Likability matters when it comes to making money as a public figure. That's one thing a lot of people just don't see to get. But also, I really do think a lot of celebrities can do a better job of setting boundaries because I feel like nowadays, like I don't really be over there with episode. I feel like nowadays celebrities are less likely to, you know, make a literal dating sim for themselves. Like, celebrities have always had, like, their own version of, like, video games or whatever. Like, you know, hey, we get to be BFFs. We get to get besties. Yada, yada, yada. I do still feel some type of way about that, mainly because a lot of people will really sit here and think that they're friends. But, like, a full-on romantic relationship, that is taking it way too far. And I feel like we're not going to see that nowadays because people are more likely to clock the shit and call out what it is. Call it out. Because I always sit here and I talk about, like, recently on my channel, I have been talking about Chapel Roan. And I am glad that she actually did her part with standing up for herself. And I got really annoyed when people were sitting here getting mad at Chapel for, like, you know, defending herself. She was like, hey, don't show up to my house. Don't show up places that I be hanging around. I don't know you. Don't do this. I'm telling you, internet culture in the 2010s is like so vastly different now than it was back then. And I think it's because we are starting to see this shift in the way we view famous people. Because every other day we are hearing something in the news about, like, you know, like some Diddy bullshit. Or people are starting to realize that the entertainment industry isn't all that's cracked up to be. How a lot of celebrities are not as wealthy as they present themselves. We even are finding out more stories of people who quit the industry. Okay, y'all, we got that eye done. Let's go ahead and do the other. I didn't want to do a makeup look that took that long, by the way. Like, the way we talk about celebrities now has changed a lot, like, since a lot of people started realizing that a lot of them don't, like, care about us, if that makes sense. Or we started getting more celebrities that are a lot more outspoken, like Chapel Roan. But also, a lot of celebrities are just starting to leave social media, and that includes, like, internet celebrities too, just as well. I completely understand it. I'm really just here to work at this point. Y'all, I always fuck up this eye. It's so bad. Oh girl, now we gotta blend that. That don't look good. And back then, we just let a lot of things slide when it came to famous people. And a lot of people still let famous people's things slide to a certain extent. It don't even be like famous people. It just be like, you know, community shit. Because I'm still like that girl. Y'all already know about all that bullshit with the White House. I was just like, y'all was fully aware of the weird shit that she did to me and all the other people. And y'all still laughing and kicking and partying with her. Okay. Whatever. Okay, we're just gonna do it with this hand because it's not working with the other. Y'all, I'm so bad when it comes to doing the left eye. Like, it's actually embarrassing. Y'all see this shit? This shit look terrible. Ow! How do I look? Is it even? Y'all, the left eye always come out looking a hot ass mess compared to the right eye. Ooh, girl, no. We gotta fix this. It's just very interesting to see how, like, somebody that was like super duper popping back in the day, and now it's just like, I don't even want to be nowhere near all this shit. And I get it. I completely understand it. And like, this is coming from somebody who actually liked the Dolan Twins back then. I really do feel like they were selling it out to a certain extent. And I think that like there was a lot of things that led up to them not really wanting to be on social media no more. And then that incident happened, like what the fuck? And then they were like, yeah, fuck y'all, we don't want to be here, we don't want to do it. It's just sad. And then also remembering how young they were, because like I said, they were literally the same age as me. It's like concerning seeing all of the stuff that they had to do for themselves. Like they literally were just selling this idea of them just like being in a relationship with you, because that's so much of what their brand was. Because I remember, like, I know a lot of people were talking about when it comes to K-pop idols, they like to sell this illusion that they're dating you. That's why you never know if they are in a romantic relationship or not, or they sit here and lie and say that they're not dating people. Yeah, during that magcon era of the internet, they were doing that too. And I feel like part of the reason why they kept so many of their relationships private is because the crazy ass fangirls would go and attack whoever they were dating. Because I remember the situation that happened with Maggie Lindman. I actually really like her, by the way. I hope she's doing well. There was a situation where a dude from magcon had SA'd her, and people like literally harassed her for it. Like literally her getting SA'd by a dude, and she got harassed. Like this era was just not kind to women. It was not kind to girls whatsoever. It was a hot ass mess. Okay, we did that. I don't know what this is, y'all. We experimented with makeup today. It's very interesting to see how much internet culture has just changed and shifted nowadays. Because nowadays, with the type of content that the Dolan Twins make now, I don't think it would have popped off on YouTube, but it very much is popping off on TikTok. Like, trends repeat and cycles over and over and over again. But we have like a lot more think pieces on these type of people now and these type of phenomenons. As of right now, the episode app is still like pretty popular. Like episodes not going out of business anytime soon, at least that I know of. Mainly because like dating sims are something that are always going to be popular. Like Love and Deep Space is super duper big right now. Like that's not even joking. Like I literally have like a Love and Deep Space like cosplay even planned coming up. But y'all know that thing I always say on my channel, like, don't hate the player, hate the game. It is a mess. Like, it is a hot ass mess seeing the type of things that people was making a bag off of in the 2010s. Okay, y'all, I don't even know if I should add highlighter or not because I'm already, like, glittery everywhere. Like, do I need to even add highlight? We're gonna add a little bit. We're gonna add it because I'm usually add it up here and I'm gonna add it right there. But yeah, I hope Ethan and Grayson are doing well. Like I said, I never had any like ill feelings toward them. I actually had a lot of respect for them because this was during a time period when like racist shit would be happening in fandom and people weren't speaking up. There was some racist bullshit that happened in their fandom, and I remember because I was in it, and they actually said something about it. They were like, hey, can y'all not act like that? If y'all gonna discriminate, don't be in our fandom. Bye. I actually applaud y'all. Okay, white people, y'all did that one thing. Them white people do that one thing that one time. See, I'm not used to having my nails long like this no more, so the jewels are, how we gonna stick these on? I don't know. Today's makeup look nice. It is giving 2000. It's giving Xenon, the 21st century girl. That era, Shawn Mendes, I don't remember, that was really big with him. I used to have a crush on Shawn Mendes, by the way. Oh my gosh. Why am I over here exposing myself? Y'all, I have Dr. Umar Johnson would be so disappointed in me right now if he learned about the like list of crushes that I've had in the 2010s. That was an era. Okay, that was a mess. But yeah, that was just some thoughts and opinions that I had about that and like that video game, because it just really, it's kind of yucky to me now. But it's just something that is like not necessarily uncommon because celebrities have just always made their money off of parasocial relationships. But I feel like in the 2010s, with the rise of social media, it ended up becoming significantly worse. And I feel like nowadays we are starting to see a change with that because we are seeing more and more celebrities leave the damn internet. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, as much as I miss Renee Rapp, I miss her. I miss Renee. I miss Renee so bad. But I understand that she's not really on social media for the sake of her mental health, and I like have to respect that because I remember Ari Lennox recently even said that she's not really gonna be on social media that much either, and I really do hope she's okay. But yes, y'all, that is it. Okay, do you guys want me to take, I'm not asking like y'all can actually respond back, but like, do y'all want me to take my bonnet off and put my glasses on and, you know, close out the video that way? Let's do that. I forgot we didn't have no bee ASMR today because I actually had them up. Y'all, one thing about having long, like this is like 60-inch hair that I braid, so it's like 30-inch bust down though. The beads tend to get tangled with each other, so it's kind of annoying. Okay. I don't know why this makeup look is given like Soaked by Shy Smith. Y'all like that song? I love that song. It's given Soaked by Shy Smith. Let me close my glasses on and close out the video. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I just wanted to get something smaller done before I post the Toji X Megara video. That one is going to be super long, but also I am putting a lot more into it simply because the Toji X Megara video is my 10-year anniversary video for YouTube. It originally was going to be another video, but I ended up switching it out for something else because that video game franchise ended up doing a whole bunch of shit that I didn't like and felt uncomfortable with. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I will be posting soon about what I'm gonna do, like the monthly Q&A. And you follow me on Instagram, I post on my story, hey, some of your questions there. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I look really red today. Like, I look so red today on camera. But have a great day, night, whatever time of the day that you chose to watch this video. I'm just thankful that you watched it with the ads on. All right, thank you. Goodbye.